Controversy around the Mississippi Wildlife Extravaganza. The annual event designed to raise awareness on state wildlife took a turn in response to the backwater flooding. WJTV 12's Alex Love joins us now in the studio with the details. Alex.
That's right, Byron. It all started when a woman in the Delta signed up for a booth at the extravaganza, but was told she could not have it due to her information supporting the pumps. The Wildlife Federation has since told us it was a misunderstanding, but other vendors are coming to her defense. As water levels keep receding in the South Delta, the damage to homes, agriculture, but especially wildlife becomes more clear.
It's hard to understand why anybody who supports wildlife would be against the pumps.
That's when Delta farmer Victoria Darden decided to open up a booth at Extravaganza to show the dangers the backwater flood has been to animals and the ecosystem, but was turned down.
At 2 o'clock Friday, she told me that I was denied, basically because we weren't going to sell anything. And so I hung up the phone, and then I thought about it. I went back through, read the agreement, and it didn't say that I couldn't have a booth because I wasn't going to sell anything.
This response outraged big vendors, including the Mississippi Department of Agriculture Commissioner Andy Gibson, who pulled out of the fundraiser in support of Darden. The Mississippi Department of Wildlife and Fisheries and Parks also pulled out.
I think, the message is loud and clear. We as Mississippians are going to stand by our friends and neighbors, the families of the South Delta. We're going to stand by them until the pumps are finished.
Claiming they had a long wait list of vendors who are selling products, the State Wildlife Federation now tells us they sorted out a new deal to welcome Darden to spread her message.
They're going to be in one of our vendors' booths. We offered them their own booth, but they decided to go with a vendor. And we had several people that were on the waiting list. It didn't show that online, though. We had a floor plan that still showed some opening. And we do have to jury our vendors, too, and there are things that might not be appropriate for this show.
Those in the Delta and Mississippi Wildlife Federation have at many times disagreed over the years with deciding on pumps in the wetlands, which Darden says was a part of her being denied.
I feel like they are very standoffish of approving me because they do not support it. There is a history of that, and I was going there to be informational and educational. I was not trying to talk about the Federation or anything for that matter.
Though the Wildlife Federation would not give us a yes or no answer on supporting the pumps now, they did express sorrow for those in the Delta, and if experts come forward with new information, they're willing to listen for any possible new plans.
The past pump proposal had some things that were still concerning, but we understand that the Corps is saying that they have some new information that they're giving to EPA, and I'm sure like all the people in the Delta, are eager to see what they're providing to them.
Some of that new information is locals and state departments showing virtually all animals who claim the Delta as their natural habitat dying off from the backwater.
Wildlife, to the extent it existed in the South Delta, has been decimated. Deer, turkey, bears, whatever people were interested in, if it was in the Delta, it's dead, drowning, or starving to death right now.
I've had alligators, snakes, fish, flying Asian carp have jumped up and tried to hit me in the head in the boat. We didn't have deer that died every day on our route out, but we do now.
In preparation for the extravaganza, Darden has already raised over $3,000 to help get her message across and has a team expected to join the Commissioner Gibson's booth after he offered his spot. She's also expected to have 16 others at the event to help spread the word. Reporting from Jackson up to the Delta, Alex Love, WJTV 12 News.